Ms. Speier is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for your leadership. I must say that this has been a very tough hearing to listen to. First of all, let me thank all the witnesses who are here, and the first panel in particular. I'm haunted by what Dr. Guerrero said, that we went into the emergency room and one of the dead children was decapitated. Think about that, decapitated. Commissioner, when you went into the Tops grocery store, I think we spend too much time sanitizing what assault weapons does to the body. Can you give us some descriptions of what you saw on the ground when you got to Tops?
I won't just get into that description, but I've been at numerous...
No, I want you to. I want us to hear it.
Yeah, I want to expand on that. I've been to numerous shootings throughout my career that were the result of high-powered rifles, assault rifles, and the cavernous holes that they leave in bodies. Decapitation is a pretty good explanation for it. Some people couldn't be buried with an open casket. Yeah, the damage was absolutely devastating, and not just in that one, but as I said, in other homicide scenes that I've been to, the devastation is just, it's incredible.
I'm a victim of gun violence. I know what it does to a body. And I cannot believe that my colleagues don't recognize that prohibiting the sale of an assault weapon until the age of 21 isn't going to save lives. It's the impulsive actions by 18-year-old, probably men, that have caused 30 people's lives just in the last month. And we are not supposed to be hardening schools. They're not supposed to be prisons. Ms. Pringle, let me ask you, in your conversations with the teachers in the 199 incidents of gun violence on school grounds just last year, and the more than 311,000 students since Columbine that have been victims of gun violence experience, what does that inform you? What do the teachers tell you?
I met with teachers from Sandy Hook and from Parkland, and students from Parkland, and when I was in Houston, in Texas. And what they said to me reflected what teachers all over this country are saying, and that is that the impact to the school community is forever.
Is forever.
It doesn't end, it's forever. And the idea of turning our schools into prisons, into places where they are not conducive to teaching and learning, that is not the solution to this problem. We all know what the solution to this problem is. It's comprehensive gun reform in this country. We know what it is. We are not supposed to be holding our students and our teachers responsible. We all heard Mr. Reyes crying from his bed in the hospital, saying, I didn't protect my students, I didn't protect my students. He should not be burdened with that. We are asking for Congress to do its job right now.
Mr. Jackson, you too are, thank you, Ms. Pringle. Mr. Jackson, you too are a victim of gun violence. Does that trauma ever leave you?
Not one day. Anytime you hear a loud sound, anytime you see an argument or a fight or even a movement of a crowd, I'm triggered over and over again. And I don't even need that. Every day we turn on the news and we see how prevalent violence is in our communities. You know, we say over 100,000 people have been shot or injured by gun violence, but I really think that's a low estimate. Because in my community alone, I know at least 8 people who have been directly impacted. And every morning, I wake up, I have to apply ointment to my wound, I have to watch news that's a reminder of this crisis, and then I also have to listen to politicians in chambers like this make excuses about why they can't take action. All of that is triggering.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. I would like to submit for the record this article that references that the young man in Uvalde who massacred 19 children and 2 teachers, had $5,000 worth of guns and ammunitions, and he was working at an In-N-Out burger restaurant. And the question, Madam Chair, that we need to ask is, where did he get the money for that? I yield back.